NFC Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now it's Ryan. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. It's taken to the 26. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will take over.
Their own 36-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Come on, set.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this down to the 35. That good for 19 and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 42 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll run with Carter. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Throwing is Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. C.J. Mosley getting to him behind the line of scrimmage there. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The chain, 2nd and 12. Now Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Colts, nothing. Brings it on to kick off for the Jets.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw caught by Pierce.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Straight ahead is Hall.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
From the 27, Ryan. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for the Colts.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Hey, Tuesday.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing.
And here comes Berrios.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Berrios now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much.
Just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Rodgers to return it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted.
LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Give to Hall running right. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he can make anything happen.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On third down, here's Hall. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On 2nd down and 4, Ryan looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Ryan to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This time, Wilson will throw. Rolling to his right, to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game.
On the counter, it's Hall.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
95 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Rolling to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
pass play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wilson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they move the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Ryan. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Play action. Ryan.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley Cox, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Now Ryan on 1st down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Ryan.
Tries the right side, finding Woods here. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hey, Tuesday.
Ryan will throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Play action. It's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
So I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And not what he was hoping for there. Is in the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Running left, Taylor. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with third and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here we go. It's Ryan on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody.